The Fort Erie Arts Council is gearing up to host their 15th annual Red Ribbon Art Exhibition and Sale.
It'll be held at the Fort Erie Leisureplex in Fort Erie, and we have a lot of great activities going on. We've added a wine pull this year. There's a silent auction. We have live music from the Ann Singer Trio, Max Hillier Band. Also, a lot of artists on display with their art.
The Red Ribbon Gala started so that the Fort Erie Arts Council could give back to the community.
Fort Erie Arts Council is a volunteer, non-for-profit charity organization. We've been expanding over the last 4 years. So like I said, we now have our new space, and we like to encourage the growth of our artists within the community. We give scholarships to the high school students. We participate in events, so we do free crafts or anything that can engage the community in arts and culture.
This year's theme for the gala is A Time to Shine.
Well, we have quite a variety. We have one artist who's been participating since the first year that we started. We have a new artist this year who does stained glass work as well. We also have fine artists, acrylic painting, oil painting, and sculpture work as well.
Diane Perham is a stained glass artist whose work will be on display at the gala.
It started out as a hobby, and later on in life, whenever I needed to have another job, I started doing it more part-time until I got more serious and brought it into a business where I taught stained glass as well. And I kept on doing projects all day long and opened as a full-time business. It's an old art in itself, and leading is something totally different than copper foiled method, for instance. But I do both. The copper foiled method, each piece is an individual cut and copper taped on the edges, and then all the pieces in the pattern have to be soldered together. Lead caming, that is a different process. It's a channeling where you fit the glass into the channel and you solder at the joints. And then again, that has to be grouted as well, so it makes the window sustainable for weatherproof and vibrations.
My husband and I have been doing photography for quite a few years, and he belonged to the Fort Erie Arts Council, and we just participated because it looked like a fun night event.
Nora got her start in photography 8 years ago.
When I retired, I would go out with him and didn't really have an interest, and one day he handed me a camera and said, just try it. I was like, okay, and I've been addicted ever since, and that's about 8 years ago.
I have been doing photography, underwater videography for years, since the early 2000s and before, when it wasn't convenient to take good photos. And as technology improved, I started to believe that I could place my images with other artists and have decent images. And so I started to produce and frame, and the most convenient way to get that stuff out there is to join the Art Council. And today you can pretty well put photography on any fabric, from paper to metal to canvas. And so there's a wide range of things that you can do that makes your images look artistic.
This year's Red Ribbon Gala will take place on Saturday, November 9th. Tickets can be purchased by contacting the Fort Erie Arts Council. In Niagara, you're watching The Source.